Should I have more friends?
Sorry.
And she is a 23-year-old girl. Lately, I've been thinking about how I don't have a lot of friends. I have 2 friends. One is states away, and the other, although we live in the same town, we see each other every couple of months. Sure, I have mutuals on socials from high school where we hype ourselves up, but none of which flourish into actual friendships. I didn't really mind this until I saw people post their galentines on social media and started to think about my friends, or lack thereof. A year ago, I cut off a 10-year friendship because I felt like they weren't kind or supportive. They would try to get at my partner. Ooh, that's bad.
Yeah.
And we're friends with my ex. Yeah. I sent them a text thanking them for the friendship we had, but felt that we drifted apart. They were respectful, and since then, I don't know how to make friends again. I would like to preface that my communication skills could be better, and I could initiate more conversation and hangouts. I have a partner that I've been dating for 4 years that I love and honestly takes up quite a bit of my time besides school and work. I don't want to sound like I'm pushing off our friendship for my relationship, but looking back, I do think that's the case. A lot of the time, I will send them videos that remind me of them or text them over random things, but nothing consistent or of substance. I'm trying to figure out if I'm a bad friend or should I be content with my 2 friendships? Am I the problem? Should I have more friends at 23? I do believe that my self-esteem could be better because I was never popular in school. This kind of mentality, I think, prevents me to put myself out there, but I'm 23 and I want to leave this behind.
Sad.
Yeah. I think that it's not necessarily like normal or like not normal to have any certain amount of friends because finding genuine human connection is hard.
Yeah.
And a lot of people do struggle with that. Like, look how many people are single or look how many people feel lonely. That's because it's hard to find, or it can be, I guess, hard to find people that you really genuinely connect with. But I think when you do find those people that you instantly click, or maybe just after getting to know each other a little bit better, you click and it feels easy to be with them. Wait, sorry. I don't even know.
No, you're fine.
I don't even know how I started that sentence or like where that was going. Sorry. Anyway, the point is it's hard to find it. So it's not like normal or not normal to have it or not have it. But I think just for your own happiness, like human connections are fulfilling, in my opinion, for me at least. And I feel like you could only benefit from having more really healthy human connections.
I agree with that. And also, I think it's important to note, because she said something about Galentine's Day. Like, I think that's where social media has created this false sense of reality when it comes to friendships and human connection. Because it's like, you know, that week of Valentine's Day and you're scrolling on Instagram and you're seeing all of these Galentine's Day like cute reels and posts and like aesthetic dinner parties, and like, I mean, I'm sure a lot of those friend groups are really genuinely close, but how many are just kind of like not, you know, or there's drama you have no idea about, or like half those people don't like each other, like you just don't know. So don't let that make you think that you're the only one that doesn't have, you know, a female friend group that you're obsessed with and spend all your time with, because you're only seeing like the highlight reel.
Yes, that's such a good point.
So I think that's worth just always remembering. It's not like a groundbreaking thought, but I think it's helpful in a situation like that. Like you were saying, human connection is everything. So if you feel like you're genuinely missing that, especially with like female friends, I think it's easier said than done, but like joining Facebook groups is really, I think, number one right now in order to make friends. Like it's really popping off on Facebook.
It honestly is.
Yeah. So maybe find like groups that you are local to your area, or even like get really niche with it and like search a hobby that you're into or want to be into, and then your city name, and guaranteed Facebook has a group for it.
Yeah, that's such a good point. Yeah, going off the point about social media being a highlight reel, I think also in social media, something that I've noticed is sometimes people post each other when they're actually not even friends. And it's more just like a positive thing, I guess, if you're on the behind the scenes of it. But I don't know, there's just been times in my life where I've noticed that people are closer on social media than they are off of it. Even just like people that I've met like a couple times that maybe like posted a picture of us on Instagram the like one time I saw them in 2 years.
Yeah.
And they're like, love you, or I don't know, not that that happens a lot. lot, but I've noticed that it has happened where, yeah, people post about me or like our relationship and I'm like, oh, this, I don't know, not in like a bad way. I feel like I'm sounding judgmental. More just like,
no, it's just an observation.
Yeah, like, just an observation that I'm like, this will come off as if we're close, but we're actually not. So it is, I feel like, important to remind yourself that sometimes on social media, other people are trying to like prove a point too.
Yeah.
You know, not that, oh my God, I feel like that just came off as me saying like people are using me to prove a point. I'll use like other people as an example. Like I've seen two people post together and I know the reality and they're actually not that close.
Yeah.
But Instagram's a highlight reel. So you want to post everything that seems like wonderful.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's a really good thing to keep in mind. And then, yeah, I think it just honestly goes back to like the question of, should I have more friends? Do you feel fulfilled in your life? Because if you feel fulfilled with 2 solid friends and your partner and all the other things you do in life, then no, you're great. If you are genuinely fulfilled. But I think you have to ask yourself that.
Yeah. Like separate what you think you should have versus what you actually want.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
Just take a beat, reflect.
Yeah. And also you could test it out. You could be like, well, I don't know if I want more friends because I've never experienced that. So maybe that's when you start putting yourself out there and doing all those like how to make friends things as an adult, where you're like going to the class, joining the Facebook group, joining the adult sports league and testing it out. And then when you get those like, oh, let's all go out to the bar and you're testing this, when you're there, think to yourself, am I having fun? Like, am I enjoying this time in my life? Does this make me feel more fulfilled? Does this make me feel more stressed? And then you get to decide for yourself how many friends you retain or that you have in life.
Yeah. Your early 20s are tough with stuff like that too.
Yeah.
Because your college friends are kind of all over the place. Same with high school. And you're like entering this new world of adulthood in a job. You're like trying to like figure so many things out. So give yourself some grace.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's...
Yeah, period.
That's it.